And so now I'm, whatever. And I realized, and this is what Pastor Rick ended up telling me. He said, listen, man, Matt, you need to no longer hold yourself back. You need to go. You need to go. We are with you, but we all are not ready. And he was saying we all, meaning, you know what I'm saying, like his situation with Cell Block and Todd, they got to, you know what I'm saying, they kind of got some stuff to work on, you know what I'm saying, and, whatever. So he's like, Matt, don't let your progress be hindered because you need to go. You are ready. And then every time he called me, after he listened to me, he said, man, this is what he told me a couple days ago. He said, Matt, I think we all been sleeping on you. Like, I really finally got a chance to listen to your music. He said, man, we've been sleeping on you. Man, you got hooks. You know how to it's like, man, stuff is radio ready or whatever. So and believe me, I captured the audio because I need those words. You know what I'm saying? I need those words.
That's like what he said to you is like when I don't know how long it had been between when I met you in Tulsa. I think it was Tulsa.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I got the CDs to when I actually listened to the CDs. It had to have been some months. It was way before you called.
Right.
But when I listened to it, I was like, man, I was sleeping on this dude right here, yo. And then I just started going through them, and then I started, for me, people always get me with the language. So when I started hearing the language of the kingdom and that kind of stuff, I was like, yeah, this is what I'm talking about right here. He was talking about citizenship, like just everything. I'm like, okay, we in here. So, yeah, but not just that. I think we talk sometimes. I was like, but who are your influencers? Did you deal with Redman or any of them? Because I could hear the animation, the liveliness, bringing a character to the vocals that I really was missing around here because everybody was just straight boom bap or this the main. It's East Coast, but it was like East Coast with no extra flavor. It wasn't like the Terrance Frederick, like woo or nothing like that. So it just got or Buster, or anything like that. So that's what brought that back for me. So yeah, I could imagine when he finally listened to the CDs and like, oh yeah, we were sleeping.
No, he ain't even heard. Listen, Pastor Rick, he ain't even heard that stuff.
Oh, he ain't heard the old stuff.
No,
He's talking about the new stuff.
He just went right on the website and just heard the top one. I don't know if he's heard it. He might have heard some of the other ones, but I'll find that out how much. But yes, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of material out there. And what I'm learning is that it's an arsenal. You know what I'm saying? This is not just songs like a single, like, yeah, I've got a new single, even though I might say that. But this is an arsenal. You know what I'm saying? So I'm at a point now, I recognize the suppression. Like, I recognize the reason why, because, see, what was supposed to happen is that if that album would have came out in November based on me sewing into that project and other people doing their thing, God told me, I don't know if I told you this story, but with me, Joseph, and Jeff, when we started as a group, we did a performance, and I was the only one who had CDs. So I brought my CDs. Somebody gave us $100, and then I think somebody else bought maybe $50 worth of CDs or whatever. So there was $150. And instead of giving the money to my wife, because she was like, oh, we got bills to pay, I was like, nope, we finna sow this into the group. You know what I'm saying? That was the initial investment for freaking Conclave Download. So I gave it to Joseph, and of course, that of course started, you know what I'm saying? That was, this before he moved in. I don't know if he moved in already. But basically, you see what I'm saying? Like, in other words, whatever. But we got up there, we did our stuff, and if you remember on one of the albums, there was a lady who was talking to me saying, hey, stay connected to your lifeline, right, on one of the albums. Her name is Margaret, and she's still in my life right now. And she was at that performance, and she pulled me to the side when our performance was over, and she said, Matt, I know you. I love what you do. Because she said she didn't like rap until she started listening to me. You know what I'm saying? Because same reason, the language of the kingdom and all that other stuff. And so she told me, she said, listen, I like you. I love what you do. And she's been knowing me for years, so we're talking about by this time it's 2013, late in the year, and she met me in 97, 98. You know what I'm saying? So all that time is when, you know, I was making those other albums. So she said, I love what you do, but this whole little group thing you got going on, it's not anointed. So when I left that thing, when I left that performance, I sat down and now it's easy for me to get the big head in that thing. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know what I'm saying? And that, I guess it's going to have to be a Diana Ross and the Supremes thing going on. You know what I'm saying? That's right. M triple dots and Conclave down low coming out. You know what I'm saying? No. I went to God. I said, Lord, how do we become anointed? And God gave me the word. Why you laugh? Why you laugh?
Oh, what a question.
Yeah, because you know the anointing is the burden-removing, yoke-destroying power of God. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what does it. It ain't about how good it is. It's about how anointed it is. So
right.
I asked him, and what he gave me was one word, and it was teamwork. So I took Laser, and I took a couple of other songs, my best songs. You know what I'm saying? I sold like Abel into the group, Apostle Terrance. You know what I'm saying? I ain't do no Cain stuff. You know what I'm saying? I ain't give the weak stuff. I said, okay, this is God gave us the name, because Conclave, those words, the word Conclave, the reason why I came up with that word Conclave is because at the time that we were starting the idea and trying to come up with the name or whatever, I was looking at the news and they were choosing a new pope, and they were like, well, they have to go into the conclave. Yeah, the conclave. Yeah, the conclave. You know, the conclave and the I was like, man, I love that freaking word. So I grabbed that word, looked it up, and figured out what it means, and then download. My thing is, if people ain't buying music, if people have to freaking be, they gotta be freaking guilt tripped into not stealing music and stealing movies. Okay? They gotta put a freaking guilt trip at the beginning of something to say, do not pirate. You know what I'm saying? Okay? It's that deep. They gotta do this for big stuff. So for me, everybody likes free downloads, free goods. So I just got to go ahead and master the free download. I got to master that. You know what I'm saying? We as Christian rappers, we're Christian rappers. The industry is not set up for us to succeed like that. So we got to take what we have. We got the free YouTube. We got the free this. So you know what? We need to master download. So Conclave download. You know what I'm saying? So it's in the name. You just know, download. You know what I'm saying? You know what y'all going to do with it. Hey, just download it. Because if you download it, I don't have to print up a CD. You know what I'm saying? So I need to reinforce the idea of get it on your phone, because if I'm bringing some CDs, I have to charge, because I had to do a bunch of stuff to make the CDs work. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So with download, I don't feel as bad because it's gone, because you're going to steal it anyway. I'm already going to be, when I get in front of people, they're going to be like, man, give me a CD. You know, I ain't got, all right, y'all, kid, take the CD. It's going to happen anyway. So let me go there with that as part of the game plan. But you're going to hear the website. Right. You're going to hear the website, because just like whatever. Anyway, so my point is that so teamwork. So I put the best. I sold the best. I sold the Apostle Terrance. I throw the vision down and made it sing, right? So that's the best. You know what I'm saying? Conclave Download didn't have that going on. You know what I'm saying? And wasn't no Apostle Terrance level singing on the album, right? And then here's the thing. I know it sounds silly, but I'm trying to tell you this is how that's how precious all this stuff is, right? So I had you and I had Nick Skinner. Nick Skinner came over talking about something. He wanted to do some Negro spiritual. Man, I messed around and made a beat, And then he came over and sang his thing. That's the best thing he ever recorded. And it was on a weak, whack mic, but them vocals came through. And I'm talking about that song, Seekers of the Truth. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, thank you, Lord. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm giving my best to this album. My best. Conclave Download went from being not anointed to our pastor, Pastor Brian and Pastor Carla, saying, we want you guys to perform on Sunday service every other week. So I would drive down from Wisconsin, and every other week we would do, we would do kind of like the morning, and I got all the video of that. So we went from being not anointed to being anointed, partially because I sold into the group what needed to be sold into it.